This start of the downswing mistake is costing you up to 20 shots per round. It's the thing that's causing you to hit all these fat shots, thin shots, top shots, the shots that you're continuously losing balls hitting out of bounds, missing tons of greens. As soon as you rectify this, those are going to be gone. But 20 shots seems quite excessive, quite outrageous of a claim. But let's actually break it down and why this fault is so destructive, why it's destroying your game, how to fix it. So let's get into that 20 shots first, because it sounds crazy, but it's actually not when you break it down in the stats. So average golfer we're talking about here, this is all in the statistics. The average golfer loses on average 2 balls per round. So minimum that golfer is making 2 double bogeys at least from that golf ball, probably more, probably triple or quadruple bogeys. So that's one big area. Fix your out of bounds shots, that's gonna be gone. And now, missed greens. The average golfer misses 13 greens per round, but only gets up and down on average 3 times per round. So that is 10 shots again minimum that you're adding on to your score just from the main culprit there, missing those tons of greens. Of course, getting more up and downs will help, but the low-hanging fruit, hitting more greens, we've got to fix that. Quite a lot of them will be doubles and triples again. And of course, sometimes when you're not even hitting the green, you've only trundled it a couple foot in front of you from a top or a fat shot. So this is where you can easily see it, how 20 shots added to a score can be quite realistic of something that's happening. And why that's happening so often for the average amateur golfer is it's so common that you see this hanging back on that back leg. Every time I go for a round at normal, everyday public golf course, you see vast majority of amateurs never, ever, ever transfer their weight and get their pressure onto their lead side. This foot down on the ground here is such a common sight. So that's where, if you do that on a regular basis, on every swing, that's going to cause your lowest point of the swing arc to remain either level with the golf ball, or if not, behind the golf ball. Our weight shift, getting our weight left, is what gets the low point forward. So if I hang back, I'm not getting that low point forward. So I'm really going to struggle with striking, fat shots, thin shots. They're all the things, top shots come from low point issues. If you can just get that weight shifting, you're hitting more greens immediately and shooting better golf scores. But that's not all that happens from those. When we hang back, this happens sometimes to the better player as well. Hang back on that back foot, you're going to really struggle with your path. For a better player, it might be that their club path falls massively on the inside. They back their body up being on this back leg, and then that will cause a huge open club face, huge into-out path. We can see massive blocks out of bounds. Those big right shots like you're seeing here, out of bounds. That's not good. But you could easily flip it with the hands last minute, get that club face closing over, and now you've hooked it out of bounds. Not good. We see some players who really have that back on that back foot feel again. They will be, some of them, overactive with their upper body to make up with it, over the top. Then you've got that big huge slice. So again, same swing there, big slice. So guys, brilliant news. My courses are now available on the Skillist website. So you don't have to go and purchase them and watch them on your app, on a small phone. You can go onto your desktop, purchase and watch the courses on the Skillist site. So whether it's the ultimate guide to rotation in the downswing, the ultimate guide to fixing your over the top, or the complete guide to shallowing the golf club, they are all there on the Skillist website. So all you have to do is go to the Skillist site, click on courses, and there you can see the courses right there. Mine are there, as you can see, and you can even type in the name of the course you want and it will pop up for you there. There's also a link to all the courses down in the description also. So let's get that weight forward onto that lead side, because that's going to help you. Better strikes, way more controllable club path from the downswing. So you're going to be saving your money from not wasting golf balls, and you're going to be shooting tremendously better. So we go 2 drills and 1 feel for the golf course here to be able to get this into your swing. So let's get to the drill straight away. The feel will be at the end here. So the drill, first drill I like for this to teach someone to shift their weight is the step through drill. So you set up to a golf ball just like normal, bring your lead foot over to your trail foot, and then as soon as you start to swing the club back, we step forward. So you're essentially giving yourself a very early weight shift, but for someone who just is back here all the time, it's going to be so helpful for you. So we go step over, step through, boom. And you start to see yourself hitting some great shots pretty much straight away. You just listen to the strike and the strike immediately gets better. So again, 1 more, bring your foot over, step through as soon as you take the club back. Boom. Way, way better. So, step through drill, really good one to get this into your swing. So, second drill here for weight shift, my all-time favorite. This is the ball forward drill. So, we put the ball at the front of our stance. So, for context here, I've got out an 8-iron. So, ball at the front, which is really just inside left foot, club out the middle. We've got this huge gap. Now, why this is so good, because for you just to hit the ball solidly, that's all you want to do here, your body will instinctively shift without you even thinking about it and get the weight forward. So ball at the front, club out the middle, just hit the ball solidly. Boom, there you go. So you can see so much weight shift. My body has just fallen forward a little bit down towards the target. So that's not a bad thing for you guys fixing this to start to see in your swing. A little bit of a fall forward, a little bit of a Gary Player walking after it isn't a bad thing. So ball at the front, club out the middle. Just really make as good contact as you can. Don't even try to feel like you're shifting your weight because it will just happen on its own. So there we go. Boom. So again, so much so my weight is falling forward. So really good one. When you get that ball back out, normal ball position then, you've got to do enough of the drill to where you can still imagine that ball out the front. Use that imagination, imagine you're still doing it. And you're going to have way more shift. So the feel for the golf course, I use this personally with my own game. So the feel here is an exaggerated feel. We're not actually doing this in reality, but it's good to feel it. And that is feeling the chest get on top of the left leg in the downswing and going through the shot. The chest is on top of the left leg. Will you actually be there? No, you wouldn't. You'll be just nicely shifting forward. You'll be in front of the golf ball with the chest, but your head will still be on the golf ball on center. Of course, this is a middle ball position club. So I'm really trying to feel like my buttons on my polo, or even here my microphone, is getting on top of my left leg in the downswing. That's going to get all that pressure, all that weight there. And that's going to be a great one to do on the golf course. It's really, really good to get that nice compression, which would be nice out of this, but just ball and turf contact and getting you off that back leg. Really, really good one here. Brilliant. So that's an awesome feel from there. Buttons on a polo shirt, or let's say zipper on a jumper on top of left leg. It's an exaggerated feel, but we'll get everything moving over there. So let's talk about driver, because with driver, of course, we don't want low point being forward. The ball position being out the front of your stance, of course, with driver will prevent that low point from being overly forward unless you really crazy shift forward there. But staying on your back foot with driver will massively, of course, cause you the path issues like we're talking about. You might not get the fats, the thins, the tops from the low point issues, but you will still get the stuck on the inside, hanging back, big old block, maybe a big hook, or the big over the top. Still great one. We don't want to hang back with driver on that back foot either, so a lot of you try to do. So the step through drill with driver, brilliant. And you can even use that feel with driver too, having the buttons being on that left leg. Be a brilliant one, because of course with the forward ball position with driver you won't be getting in front of it. So if you enjoyed this video, click the like button. If you want more golf instruction just like this, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video.